Hi, this is Ashley you once again, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm here to preview the 4 remaining last 16 ties in the Champions League this week and the second legs of the last 32 ties in the UEFA Europa League. So I hope you enjoyed this video and look forward to seeing what my predictions are for each of these week's European ties. So first up, we have in the Champions League last 16 first leg. Atletico Madrid faced Chelsea at a neutral venue in Bucharest, given the tie was moved from their home of the Wanda Metropolitano. Atletico Madrid entered the tie not in the best form of late, having won just one of their last 4 games, including a surprise defeat to Levante at home, which has blown the La Liga title race wide open. So they'll be looking to get back on track in this first leg against the Chelsea side, who have picked up form in recent weeks but still haven't had the best of seasons, particularly given the amount of money they've spent in the summer to try and strengthen their side towards a push for the Premier League and then a push for the Champions League as well. So it'll be interesting to see how they approach this first leg, Chelsea, given the fact they're away from home. They might be happy with a 0-0 or maybe a narrow loss with an away goal or two. But Atletico don't really concede that many goals in the Champions League. Yes, they lost 4-0 to Bayern Munich, but that's Bayern Munich at their very best. So you still think that Atletico will be confident of getting the better of Thomas Tuchel and his side, given their ability to handle these types of games, especially when they're the underdogs. They like to make it awkward for the opposition, and so it'll be interesting to see what the final scoreline is in this one. But for me, I actually think that Chelsea will get some sort of result in this first leg and maybe give themselves the edge heading into the return leg at Stamford Bridge. And I think they'll have enough to score an away goal or two. So I'm actually going to go for a 1-1 draw in this one. And then the other tie taking place on Tuesday night, it's Lazio against Bayern Munich at the Stadio Olimpico in Rome. When this draw was made, everyone must have thought that it was Bayern Munich's tie, given the fact that they're the current European champions and the fact that Lazio are in the knockout stages of the Champions League for the first time in 20 years. So everything points towards Bayern Munich potentially cruising through this tie, but form suggests not in recent weeks, because Bayern Munich haven't really been at their best. They've failed to win their last 2 games, drawing 3-3 against relegation-threatened Arminia Bielefeld, and then losing 2-1 to Frankfurt at the weekend. So they enter this tie not in the best of form, whilst Lazio are, aside from a 3-1 loss to league leaders Inter Milan in Serie A, they've won each of their other 7 games in that run. So they're in great form heading into this tie, and this could be their chance to cause a major shock in the Champions League. So hopefully we could see a good game between 2 sides, but with Bayern's experience and European know-how of winning, I still think that they will get the job done in this first leg and pretty much seal the tie. So I'm going for a 3-1 win for Bayern Munich. And then on Wednesday night, another tie that is played at a neutral venue, Gladbach hosting Manchester City. I say host, but they're actually playing the tie in Budapest, the same venue where Liverpool played Leipzig. So, and given the 2 sides' recent form, it looks like Manchester City are the firm favourites to progress in this tie. They've won their last 13 in the Premier League, whilst Gladbach have been a sign of inconsistency all season, not winning their last 4 in the Bundesliga, having won 4 of the 5 before that. So all things point towards a comfortable night for Pep Guardiola in this side. Although Gladbach will try and make it as difficult as possible for them, you still feel that with City's superior quality up top and in defence that they should get the better of the Germans. So I'm going for a 3-1 City win. And then the final tie of the round of 16 sees Atalanta play host to Real Madrid in Bergamo. This is a potential banana skin for Zinedine Zidane and his side, given Atalanta's all-out attacking style of play and their defensive vulnerability of late, which means they could be ruthlessly exposed by Atalanta's attack. But Real Madrid will likewise feel that Atalanta are very vulnerable in defence and will look to try and score an away goal or two, which could put them in the driving seat heading into the second leg at the Bernabeu. And even though Atalanta's all-out attack will cause the Spanish side problems, I still think Real Madrid's experience of winning the Champions League 13 times and knowing how to get through these types of situations will just give them the edge in this one. I still think they'll progress, Real Madrid, and I think they'll actually win the first leg of this tie too. So I'm going for a 2-1 Real Madrid win. And then moving on to the Europa League last 32, second legs take place this week. First up on Wednesday night we have Tottenham hosting Austrian side Wolfsburg in an early kick-off. 5 o'clock this one is, and Spurs are already 4-1 up from the first leg, so it looks like job done for them. But they'll want to remain professional and get another victory in this tie, and so Jose Mourinho tried to build some sort of momentum given the fact that their form in the Premier League has not been great. They lost once again at the weekend to West Ham, and maybe the Europa League is their chance to try and get back in the Champions League. So even though they're already 4-1 up in this tie, Mourinho will want to try and gain some sort of momentum, and I think they'll do just that with another comfortable victory. So, because Wolfsburg for me are quite limited, they're not really experienced at European level, and so I'm going for a 3-0 Tottenham win. And then moving on to Thursday night in the other Europa League last 32 ties. In the early kick-offs we have Ajax hosting Lyon in Amsterdam. The Dutch side are 2-1 up from the first leg, and it looks like they'll be firm favourites to go through. Lyon will think that they can pull off an upset or two given the quality they have up top, but it looks like Ajax will be going through, and I think they'll repeat their success in France a week ago to register another victory. So I'm going for a 2-0 Ajax win actually. And then Napoli host Granada, with the tie being 2-0 to Granada on aggregate. A bit of a surprise, that one. And Napoli will really need to be on their A game if they want to turn this tie around. But with no away goal, if they concede, then they'll need to score at least 4. So it's going to be interesting to see how they approach this one, Granada. Will they try and sit back and hold for a 0-0, or do they try and have a go at Napoli and try and score as many away goals as possible to end all doubt? So interesting second leg to come, but I actually think that Napoli will turn this tie around actually, because I'm sure the Italian media will not have accepted that kind of result in the first leg in Spain, and Granada aren't exactly in the best of form in La Liga as well. They lost once again at the weekend, but so did Napoli, but that was to a very good Atalanta side. So Napoli will still feel confident of turning this tie around, and I actually think they will do just that. So I actually think that Napoli will win this game 3-0 and win the tie 3-2 on aggregate. And then Shakhtar Donetsk host Maccabi Tel Aviv in Ukraine, 2-0 up from the first leg. Looks like it's job done for them, and I think that they'll win the second leg as well, given their superior quality over their Israeli opponents. So I'm going for a 3-0 Shakhtar win. Rangers host Antwerp after a thrilling first leg in Belgium. The Scottish side are 4-3 up, and even though Antwerp will have hopes of an upset, still think Rangers, given the fact they've only lost one game in 40 this season in all competitions, and none at home. Looks like Rangers will go through. So, but I don't think it will be as comfortable as many suggest. Antwerp are a pretty decent side, second in the Belgian league, and I think they'll try and make it as difficult as possible for Rangers. But Gerrard's side should have enough to get this one done. So I'm going for a 2-1 Rangers win. Another tie, another intriguing tie, Arsenal against Benfica. This tie is on the knife edge, 1-1 after the first leg, and it's played at a neutral venue in Athens, which could mean that Benfica have an opportunity to knock the Gunners out of the Europa League. Looking at the first leg, Arsenal were the better side, even though they weren't really at their best, but they created a lot of chances to gain a comfortable position in this tie, but it wasn't to be. 1-1, they've still got the away goal, but Benfica will feel that they could get at this Arsenal defence, particularly given how vulnerable it's been in recent weeks. So, interesting second leg this one, but I'm actually going to go for an Arsenal victory because I saw that first leg and Benfica were very poor. Even though they've been top 2 in the Portuguese league for quite a long time, they're currently 4th, and they don't seem to be playing well at the moment, so I'm actually going to go for a 2-1 Arsenal win. And then another early kick-off, some Hoffenheim host Molde, having drawn the first leg 3-3 in, I was going to say Norway, but it was actually played at the Villarreal stadium, so neutral venue, but Hoffenheim have the edge with 3 away goals, and I think they'll get the job done in this one, because I don't think Molde are particularly that great. They only drew 3-3 because of the fact that Hoffenheim's defence was very poor, so I'm still going to go for a Hoffenheim win and a thrilling one as well. So I'm going for a 3-1 Hoffenheim win, given they've got better quality of players than Molde. And then the final tie of the early kick-offs, Villarreal against Salzburg. Spanish side are 2-0 up, and they look to be heading through quite comfortably. But I think they'll win this second leg as well, because I don't think Salzburg are particularly that great either. So I'm going for a 2-1 Villarreal win. Then moving on to the later kick-offs, the only tie whereby it's goalless on aggregate, it's Leicester City against Slavia Prague. People will argue that, Leicester City fans will argue that's a decent result given the fact they were away from home in the first leg, but Slavia Prague know that if they score an away goal, the King Power, then Leicester will need to score 2 to get themselves through. So it'll be interesting to see how Brendan Rodgers and this side approach this second leg, with the danger of that away goal being scored. So, and they haven't particularly been great at home in the Premier League either. I think of all the losses they've suffered in the Premier League, all but one of them have been at home. So can Slavia Prague cause an upset in this one? Maybe, but they're not the side that they were like a few years ago when they reached the quarter-finals of the Europa League and knocking out Sevilla. So Leicester will feel they can get the job done in this one, and I think they will just. So I'm actually going to go for a 2-1 Leicester win. And then Milan host Red Star Belgrade with the tie on the knife edge at 2-2. Milan do have 2 away goals, but recently haven't been playing well and have dropped off the pace in Serie A, losing their last 2 league games, including a Milan derby at the weekend in which they were trounced by Inter Milan, and they'll be looking to get back on track in this one against the Red Star side, who feel they can cause a bit of an upset. But Milan, given the way they've been playing this season, I still think they should get the job done in this one, and I think they'll get the job done quite comfortably as well. So I'm going for a 3-1 Milan win. And then Club Brugge host Dynamo Kiev with the scoreline at 1-1 after the first leg. Club Brugge will be the more happier with that result, given they've got an away goal, and I think they'll get the job done as well, because I'm not really convinced by Dynamo Kiev, particularly up front, and so I'm actually going to go for a 2-1 Club Brugge win as well. So, and then Manchester United host Real Sociedad, with the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer side 4-0 up from the first leg. Looks like it's game, set and match in this one. United are going to go through, but they'll want to remain professional and try and win the second leg as well. Sociedad will want to salvage a bit of pride after a wretched first leg, but United's superior quality up top should be the difference in this one. So I'm going for a 3-1 Manchester United win. And then Roma host Brugge, with the Italian side 2-0 up from the first leg. They look to be in control of this tie. Brugge will feel they can cause a bit of an upset or two by turning this tie around, but Roma's strong home form should make them favourites to get the job done. So I'm going for a Roma 2-1 win. And then Leverkusen host Young Boys, with the Swiss side 4-3 up. Leverkusen do have 3 away goals, so any 1-goal victory by a scoreline of 4-3 or lower should get the job done for them. And I think they will. They haven't been at their best in the Bundesliga recently, losing quite a lot of games, but Young Boys aren't particularly great on the road either. So for me, Leverkusen should get the job done. It won't be easy, but I think the German side should have too much for Young Boys. So I'm going for a 3-1 Leverkusen win. And then Dinamo Zagreb face Krasnodar, Croatia. The Croatian side are 3-2 up from the first leg. It looks like they're going through, even though it's only a 1-goal advantage. But I've seen Dinamo Zagreb this season in the Europa League, and they look quite good. They could be one of the dark horses to go deeper in this competition. Don't think they're one of the favourites to win it actually, but they could be a big force to be reckoned with in the Europa League. So I'm going for them to complete the job in this tie and win by 2-0 over Krasnodar in the second leg. And then the final tie is PSV against Olympiacos. The Greek side are 4-2 up from the first leg in Greece, but PSV know that 2-0 or 3-1 victory will get the job done for them. But they still need to win by at least 2 goals to give themselves a chance of going through, and that could leave themselves open back to any threat that Olympiacos may have on the counter-attack. So it'll be interesting to see how this game pans out. I'm actually going to go for an Olympiacos to get the job done, but lose the game actually, because they haven't been great in Europe away from home. I think they've lost their last, I don't know how many games, their last 4 away from home in Europe, and PSV haven't particularly been great at home. So I'm still actually going to go for Olympiacos to go through, but PSV to win on the night. So I'm going for a 2-1 PSV win. And that's it for my predictions for this week's European ties. I hope you enjoyed this video. There's going to be a lot of intrigue amongst throughout Europe this week to see who makes it through to the last 16 of the Europa League, and who gains the advantage in the last 16 of the Champions League as well. So it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top this week, and I hope to be able to review this all in my next video. So hope you guys enjoy watching my videos. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video as well, and I look forward to seeing you all soon as always. I'm out of here.